Okay, we're gonna try this again. Hi everybody. Just here this morning, well, this afternoon, essentially here, uh, preparing eggs for the incubator. Finally have enough to finally get it set up and running. We're working on my GQF to see if we can figure out why it keeps turning by itself consistently instead of the every 2 hours. So I'm just gonna put them in my tabletop for now. I have well over 20 eggs, and we're marking them, we're checking the air cells, etc. like that. And I just wanted to come to you guys to kind of show you what I do. So bear with me for a moment. Let's see if this baby will work. Turn you around here. Let me do this because that camera is a little bit better. And I may have to answer some questions in the meantime, so bear with me here. I've got the camera turned around so I won't be able to see anybody, which actually that's a bad idea. I'll get there. I haven't used this tripod in quite a while, so it's all kinds of weird. Okay. So as long as that stays, we should be good. Angle it down just a little bit. I guess it's the best it's gonna get. Alright, so I've already kind of started here. What I've done first is I've candled the eggs to check the air cell, because there is a little bit of an air cell already. Checking for any loose air cells because I have picked them up. I can just see the air cell here. We're just tracing it out because we're going to watch it grow as time goes on. Your air cell will tell a lot about your incubation and your humidity. I'm only going to do some here, and it might be a little hard to see. I know you guys won't be able to see it on the camera here. And then I'm just putting them in this tray here for now, and then I'll put them in my other incubator. I have had them downstairs, sitting in an angle like this, and we're at about 2 weeks here, so I need to get them in. I've got them marked. I like to make my markings on the little sides so that I can kind of tell. Instead of in the middle, I make it at the top. And I do an X on one side, and I'll go through the alphabet as far as for A, B, C, D, for what batch there is. Usually start each egg on X side. If there's pieces like little, pieces of straw and stuff, I take that off. I've got it marked with a G. That tells me that that's the gray. I did not mark them for the date, just because I knew what I had going on here. So I'm just kind of... This one's a little bit dirtier, as you can see. But it's not too dirty to where I'm going to wash it. Because washing them for incubation, some people do, some people don't. It's a personal preference. I myself, I've never washed an egg for incubation. But the reason that I like to put like my X's up at the top here is because when that embryo seats down, if it's in the middle here or here, whatever side you have it on, that embryo, so I'm placing an X up, that embryo will be on that side. If you've got a big old X here in the middle, or an O or whatever, you may not be able to decipher some of those early veinings. that you might see. So, and the other reason that I do it way up here at the top is so that when they start pipping and zipping around, then if I question, because eggs do get mixed up in the pockets sometimes, if I question who they actually came from, then I can look back at the egg that they're coming out of and my lettering's not destroyed for my markings. This one's got a little bit of blood on it. I'm not worried about it. My dad marked on the wrong end. He's good for that. But at least he watches for him and marks him for me. So that's a white. This one, I have no idea what happened to this one. But this is going to be a challenge to clean. I've got another one that's pretty grummy too that I'm going to have to wash off, and I'll show you how I do that. That's an S for Sylvester, so none of Sylvester's eggs have been fertile when I had all those eggs before Christmas. I'm just kind of setting these to see what's going on here. This one's a little dirty, so I'm going to, this is the way that I do it. Take a wet paper towel. I'll take just a damp paper towel and just kind of wipe some of that off. I'm not scrubbing. I'm just kind of wiping off the bulk of it.
So this is a water-based cleansing and drying solution, and I will start with that. And I'm going to do anti-inflammatory.
Making it a little bit better. I mean, I've had eggs hatch that were found in the pool, so I don't know as if it really makes a difference. There, and that's all I'm going to do. Now I got to wait for that to dry. And I like to use these Crayola crayons because it's waxy and it doesn't wash off when I'm making my marks. And it's just simply an X and an A. A is for the first batch. It looks like I got a lot of whites here. I'm not gonna complain. This one's got some gunk on it. So we're going to clean that one. I don't know why these girls are being so nasty this year. Look. And I'm letting it air dry so that maybe I don't wash as much of that bloom off. Maybe it's just my own logic. I mean, like I said, everybody has their own ways of doing things. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it. I'm just kind of gentle cleaning. Mama certainly wouldn't worry about it in the nest, so I'm not too worried about it myself. This egg is pretty much dried, and so I'm going to mark that. And I'm going for the cleanest side so that I can see the embryo development first with it on that side. Let me show you real quick. So you're going to get different shaped eggs. And you're going to get smaller eggs from your younger birds. You're going to get bigger eggs from your older birds. And so just for an example, this one has blood on it. So that tells me that came from a pullet egg. And this one is a gray and it's huge. Well, gray or buff and it's huge. But you can see the size difference. And I do have a scale if I wanted to go through and weigh them. But I keep forgetting to get batteries for it because it takes watch batteries. I think about every time I think about it when I'm over, you know, shopping in that department. I have no idea what size it is. So, but see, I'm just, like some of this stuff here, I'm just scraping off with my nail. Not too worried about it. This egg, I'm gonna check this egg. I don't know if my flashlight's good enough, but this one actually fell out of my pocket. So let's go check this egg and see if it messed up the air cell. It's very possible. Very possible. We're gonna come in here. Do not mind the disaster. This is where I keep my incubator, and I had to move, what the heck, all kinds of things. And now my thing doesn't want to stand. There. So, yeah, don't mind the view. But this egg fell out of my pocket. We're going to just check real quick. So you can see the air cell. It looks like the air cell might have been damaged, because I'm trying to see if you can see it. Let me turn the camera around, see if you can see it. There. So I'm looking at the top of the egg here, and you can see where the air cell dips down there. It's not mobile, but I'm gonna give it a try and see what happens. Hold on, we're walking again. But I wrote on it that I wrote tossed on it because, well, it literally fell out of my pocket and went bloop, 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 bloop across the yard. I'm like, oh no, that's not a good thing when that happens. I really dislike this tripod thing that I have. It is a serious pain in the butt, because it doesn't want to stay standing. It's got like these legs on it, and I want to get a tripod that will hold the iPad too. Just haven't gotten there. It seems like it's never ending, and anytime I plan to do something like that, something else comes up. So no, I don't want effects. Go away. There. Okay, so here we are again. But I can see, no, I can't see it, but I have an idea of where that air cell was. It kind of dropped down here, so I'm just going to mark it like I would any other one. Throw it in the incubator, see what happens. So once I put them in the incubator, I'm not going to touch them. Today's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I won't touch them until Tuesday. Tuesday night, as a matter of fact. Tuesday night will be the first night that I will take them out, churn them, cool them, mist them, etc. like that. So we'll be doing live videos again for candling aspects starting next weekend. I might even do Friday nights, so plan on Friday nights for candling, kind of later at night. I don't know, because it doesn't get dark here until, what's it getting dark here, like 7:30, 8 o'clock? So, I mean, granted, my room's pretty dark anyways, and yes, I keep them in my bedroom because that is the most climate-controlled area that I have, And climate control can be a big factor when you're talking about incubation. I have room darkening window or shades, blinds, curtains, whatever you want to call them. And I also have the air conditioner in my bedroom because my bedroom is the hottest room in the house. So it just helps to keep things a little bit more stable environment in there for the incubation process. So this egg was pretty nasty. I'm going to try to clean this one off the best I can. Uh-oh. Oh, that was a gray egg. Okay. It didn't get marked as to what pen it came from. I have 3 different pens. One with my 3 grays and buff in it, and then one with my whites in it, and one with Sylvester in it. So 3 different pens, and I'm going to try to do this right now at the moment, unless we can figure out what's up with my cabinet incubator, and cheaply fix it. Then we're just going to go with the styrofoam ones for now. So yeah, and I know nobody's watching currently, but it'll be on for the future. So this egg here, I don't even know what to do. It's pretty damn yucky. Hold on, I'll be right back.
She was been in a cage for about 3 years. She was from a puppy mill. She's the best. We love her to death.
Basically, she's got the joints of like a 15-year-old dog, 10 years early.
Wow. First time ever eating a whole jar. Look, the baby's gonna take care of the lady.
We have 4 kids. She takes care of them as if they're her puppies. She's a big baby.
Okay.
That's a good one.
So I have I thought I had one out, but I don't. So I have a soft bristled toothbrush. And I don't know, this egg might have been sitting in there for a while. It was really buried. But I have a soft bristled toothbrush. It's not wet. I'm hoping, I've done it before, where you can kind of see that it's taking some of the bulk of it off. But it's not wet, so it shouldn't affect the bloom. I've done this before. Because I don't know if that's mud or if that's poo. I'm thinking that it's poo from the feathers being stuck to it. So we're just gonna do the best we can with it. I'm gonna go ahead and wet it a little bit. I have actually thrown eggs underneath the faucet before and washed them. I don't know as if it's really affected anything or not. I guess I haven't kept that much track of it. So this is fun.
Come on, Pepper. Oh yeah, she's a little limpy. Yeah. How old is she?
She's 4.
And the toothbrush really isn't making a difference because this stuff is like cake down there.
She was been in a cage for about 3 years.
And this one I am actually kind of scrubbing. I have taken a maybe that's what I'll do. I have taken a clean scrubby pad to them before. Shoot. I guess I'll use this one. We're gonna do some modifications here. There we go. This is just a little bit coarser. See if I can get some of that off. I don't know if this is really working, but it's almost like it's sanding it off. I have no idea what's up with this coloring on it. I don't know if it's part of the bloom, which I have had eggs that have had a discoloration of the bloom, almost like a brown chicken egg before.
We don't for sure know yet if it's going to be hips or if it's going to be knees.
I can't remember if they hatched or not.
With those, we'll be able to.
I've got them in my videos somewhere.
Right. We don't want her to be.
And, you know, some of this stuff is so trial by error. Well, actually, a lot of this stuff is trial by error. I mean, my methods won't work for my neighbor or work for somebody down south, possibly. But this is just some of the things that I'm doing here. And I don't know if there's really a right or a wrong with this egg. I really don't. I have to say that I think besides a mud egg, you know, like laid out next to the pool or something like that, I want to say this is probably the worst that I've ever dealt with.
You get mental problems, you get emotional problems with these pets.
And I'm just kind of trying to keep this over the bulk of it, not on the actual egg itself. I mean, it's helping, I think.
Both hips have these abdominal femoral heads.
Because eggs like this, you do want to try to get cleaner. I mean, granted, mama wouldn't care, but you are, you know, opening the window for introducing bacteria and stuff with this much gunk on it. A little bit of gunk is no big deal, in my opinion. So, again, and then I'm gonna stop.
I can feel that she's got a torn anterior cruciate ligament in this right knee, and I know this is going to be very painful. So I would start.
Now it's kind of cleaning up a little bit easier because it's not so thick.
If we need to revisit the hip
But
surgery there,
it's still,
ugh.
The things we do for the love of the hobby, right? It's all for the love of the hobby. That's what it is. Okay, I'm calling it quits. I'm over it. Whatever happens, happens with it. I'm just gonna pick the cleanest side to put my mark on.
Patrick loves these piggies. When I first asked her what their names were, she said, I don't know, they look like little wigs.
It's a gray egg, so
I totally enjoy them.
it's gonna go here with the grays. This was a gray egg, which I need to put a mark on that. Yeah. Alright, so because I store my eggs in the basement, they have been upstairs in the bucket, bringing them to room temperature before I put them in the incubator. Incubator was plugged in and ready to go last night for this morning, so it was all brought up to temp. I'm not going to be able to use this tray. Like I said, I'm going to the styrofoam incubator. So we're going to go and do that as I kick the walls and bounce off the doors. Light switch. Okay. I'm gonna switch down here for a second. Yes, my disaster. My absolute disaster. I'm focusing on other things. Alright. So, we're gonna check the incubator. I've got my handy dandy, my trusty stay. I'm trying to make this stay, guys. Hold on. I don't know if this is gonna stay or not. There, I think I got it. But I got my handy dandy Genesis GQF, or Genesis, excuse me, Incubator Genesis 1588 here. We've got the control panel, says the temp is 99.7. I had it covered with a towel. I am going to bring it down one notch to 99.5. Humidity right now says 26%. I am absolutely fine with that. That seems to be the most ideal spot for me. So, and this is going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky. We're going to count together here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, making sure all the X's are up. I don't know why, that's just always how I've done it. Now the gray is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then Sylvester's eggs. Oh, here's another gray. And then Sylvester's eggs are going to go up here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's another good example of a mature egg. So this thing pretty much takes up my whole entire hand, and this is out of like a 5-6-year-old hen. You can see the actual dimensions, the difference, quite a bit bigger here than here. Also a little bit better shaped egg, where this would have been a first egg because it's got the blood on it, where it's a little bit more torpedo shaped, which I have actually seen torpedo shaped, and I'm like, what? Like this one here, I've seen them a lot longer than this one here, where they've basically got a point on each end. So, alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I got 24 eggs in there. I've got my spray bottle that I use, which is literally just a light mist. You can see that. I love this thing. It's awesome. I'm going to put that in the incubator so that it's that temperature. We're going to go ahead and close this up. And what I like to do on my Genesis, and it's a really nice thing to have, is I pull out my, so on the top here I've got that I bought this incubator in May of 2020. But what I've got here, how many did I say? 7 white, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 gray, 13 gray, and 4 Sylvester. So I just, with my dry erase marker, I wrote this in permanent marker. And with my dry erase marker, I wrote here as to what I put on, or put in there. And today's date is the 26th. So 3/26. And the due date would be, I already had that figured out, but it would be the weekend before Dayton, Ohio show. So I think that was like 4/18 possibly. I'll have to double check on my calendar. Because I wanted to have some, but nice little dry erase marker, and you can always take and change it. That's going to keep me on track for the moment until, let me get rid of this, until I get my whiteboard up to date. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this back up with a towel. And I do that just for my own peace of mind. Yeah, so there we go, guys. That's how I do it. We'll come back tomorrow, I think, and I'll show you my whiteboard and stuff like that and kind of explain that. This video will be getting sent over to YouTube eventually here. So any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Have a good day, guys.